Hi, my name's Anthony Hines. For the last 40 plus years, I've worked in large major companies in various aspects of information technology, and I've tried to share my career experience with people just starting out, as well as try to help the unemployed, because being unemployed is extremely tough, and you can use any help you can get. Okay, today I want to talk about how to handle the anxiousness of being unemployed regarding the fact that it does take time. So no matter what, right? Even if you do the greatest job of networking, interviewing, resume building, all aspects, LinkedIn profile, all aspects of your job search, you have to understand that things take time. And I know you don't want to hear that because you just want to get a job. I get it. But the reality is, once you set the expectation and really, really understand that someone getting back to you is not their number one priority, that they have a job and that other things are happening and they might be interviewing other candidates, or sometimes the job goes on hold, or sometimes people just have to do their own job and can't get to the job search piece, right? So what's ironic here is that they really want to hire somebody, but they're too busy to get them hired. Okay, I mean that happens, right? Think about all the things you did in your previous jobs. Think about how busy you were. Think about the fact that there were times you didn't really even have a time to breathe, right? Have any time to breathe. My point to you is this: this is what people go through. This is what people deal with. Okay, in the workplace. So it's going to take time to get your job. Okay, even and when a company says to you, we'll get back to you, ask them, just say, if I don't hear from you in how long should I check in with you? Don't let them just say, we'll get back with you, because there'll be a lot of applicants, and there's a lot of things happening all the time. There's a lot of balls in the air. So the reality is, just ask them, would you mind if I checked in with you within, say, 2 weeks or a couple of weeks or 3 weeks or whatever they feel comfortable with? My point to you is, it doesn't take days. Sometimes the job search can take months, and I mean months, between 4 and 6 and 10. Originally, when I was in my first time in transition, it was in 2009, when things were really tough, but I was in transition for over 13 months. Okay, here I am, a guy that's trying to help people who are unemployed, and I was in transition for 13 months. So who am I to help people? Well, think about it. Ironically, because I was able to get a job, I can tell you what works and what doesn't work based on my own experience, right? If I only had a couple of weeks out or 4 weeks out, what kind of experience would I have to help you in your time in transition, right? So what I'm telling you is, understand that as good as you can be, as good as you may interview, as good as you may do on all aspects, the job search process takes time. Not only do hiring managers have to do work, and not only do you know other things jump in where the job can't be filled right now because other things happen, but sometimes people are interviewing many candidates. You got to remember, a lot of jobs get a ton of applications. That's why I say, get job alerts, and also sign up for the LinkedIn premium account where you can get jobs sent to you, because you want to be in that first group all the time. Because really, think about it. A hiring manager is going to look at 500 applications. Is that really going to happen? Sure, you may hope it does if you're in the group that's 400 to 500, but really, is it really going to happen? Ironically, people do not have time to hire because they need someone to work for them. Okay? They're so busy, they don't have time to hire. So they're not always going to look at that application that maybe number 4 or 500. Get your application in early. But that said, even if you get your application in early, it takes time. They have to interview people. And also, now interviews don't happen like 3 in a day, all in a row. They happen over weeks, right? When people are open and then understand that hiring managers as well as other people interviewing them have to find open times in their calendar on the same day sometimes to make sure that a person who interviews with someone interviews with 3 or 4 people doesn't have to come back, right? And even if they do have to come back, there's another time, more days. Okay? So it could take months, the process can. So don't feel that you're doing something wrong if you're doing everything you can to get that job. My point to you, focus on what you can control. Make sure you are working many different opportunities. You're only looking for one job. Let the job sit. As they say, think of a garden. You don't plant a plant and then expect it to be blooming the next day. It takes time for the roots. It takes time for it to grow. It takes time for it to get rain. It takes time for it to get sun. It takes time for it to be acclimated to the soil. This takes time. So understand the process takes time. But what you can do is
working on your opportunities so that you're always ready to go and you're always working multiple things, right? So, how you fight the dryness of not getting interviews or uh, not getting action, so to speak, right? Or not getting progress. You do that by working multiple opportunities, by applying, by networking, by doing informational interviews. But the reality is, it's no matter how much of all that you do, it still takes time because you're not the only one in the game. Other people that have to interview you, other people that have to look at your resume, other people that have to check everything you're doing. Those people are not always just checking your stuff. So sometimes it really takes time. It can take months. So stay with it and understand that if you stick with the process, work with multiple opportunities or work multiple opportunities through networking as well as by applying online and check and going to events within your industry like meetings of your professional organization so you learn about new opportunities as well as staying in touch with all the people you know. You're working the garden, so to speak. You're working the garden. You're fertilizing. You're making sure that things are moving. And you're taking control. You feel much better when you take control. But no matter what, it's going to take time. So keep with it. Work multiple opportunities. Think to yourself, what can I do next? Who can I meet? Who can I connect with on LinkedIn? What can I do to get things going? Because remember, you're only looking for one job. So remember, focus on what you can't control. Stay with it. Stick to your program. Stay focused because you've been a success before. There's no reason you won't be a success again. My name is Anthony Hines. For many years, I've been trying to help people to develop their careers so they make all kinds of money and get promoted 100 times. And they also do real well and get and develop in their career and don't make the same mistakes I do. I also try to help the unemployed because being unemployed is extremely challenging and it's very hard when nobody's calling you. Believe me, listen to my podcast on podbean.com and understand that I'm here for you. I want to help you. because it's tough being unemployed. I don't forget about the unemployed because I keep coming back with more podcasts, and all those podcasts for the unemployed are always free. Check out my Facebook page, Anthony Hines, Job Search and Career Help Now, as well as join my LinkedIn group, Anthony Hines, Job Search and Career Help Now, and subscribe to my YouTube account, the Anthony Hines Job Search and Career Help Now YouTube account, and Instagram of the same name. People, it takes time. I know you don't want to hear that, but somebody's got to tell you. Set the expectations so you're not as frustrated. Have a great day, and remember, your career is your responsibility, and please, 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 spread the word about all these job search podcasts, because I want to end unemployment one person at a time. Have a great day now.